Gavin Newsom was just caught in the biggest hypocrisy of his career. Gavin Newsom just admitted what we already knew. He's rigging California's elections while blasting Texas for doing the exact same thing. And Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's not having it. Before we get into this mess, you know what I need you to do, people. I need you to like this video, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss the next piece of dump truck juice that comes rolling down the street. Roll the tape.
Hurry up. Runaway Democrats think they're Bonnie and Clyde, but the only problem? Their Tommy guns are loaded with wimpy words.
This is a new Democratic Party. We're bringing a knife to a knife fight.
We need to get to fair rules across the nation and not have Democrats showing up with a butter knife to a gunfight.
We have shown up to a gunfight with nothing but good intentions and dull knives.
Our sleeves are rolled up, and we're ready to take this fight. We are ready to fight fire with fire.
But we're not running away. We're running into the fight.
We're asking for help. Maybe just as they did back in the days of the Alamo.
This whole segment was like a middle school drama audition. They say they're ready to fight, but showed up trembling, holding dull knives and cliches. They condemn Trump as an authoritarian, yet their entire party is now embracing his playbook. They rehearsed these lines in front of a mirror probably 30 times, trying to sound tough. One doesn't look strong by announcing they're strong. You look scared. This is about panic. Democrats are realizing their words don't work anymore. So now they're trying Trump's strategy with less testosterone. But Gavin Newsom, he's out here playing a whole different game of hypocrisy.
We would maintain the framework of the Independent Redistricting Commission that I support, that I believe in. We would just allow for this mid-census redistricting to occur just for congressional maps in 26, 28, and 30. It would also state, as I said a moment ago, and I'll reinforce, that we believe it should be national model, independent national redistricting, and it would revert back to its original form. But it's done in response to the existential realities that we're now facing. Things have changed. Facts have changed. So we must change. I think it's in the spirit of, Lincoln's infamous second inaugural. We have to disenthrall ourselves so we can save this country. We've got to think anew. We've got to act anew. Things have changed. We're reacting to that change. They've triggered this response, and we're not going to roll over.
So let me get this straight. Gavin Newsom says he believes in the rules, then immediately breaks them for 3 election cycles. He says mid-decade redistricting is a threat to democracy unless California does it. If Trump did this, they'd call it fascism. And when Newsom does it, it's responding to change. This man literally involved Abraham Lincoln to justify cheating. You don't get to say you believe in fair elections and then blowtorch the process because Texas is playing hardball. This isn't saving democracy. It's throwing a tantrum because your team is losing. And guess who's not buying this gaslighting?
Congresswoman, the former governor Arnold Schwarzenegger is reportedly preparing to fight California Democrats on this. And as you know, he championed and oversaw the California ballot initiative establishing independent redistricting in 2008. A spokesman for him told Politico that California is on a, quote, race to the bottom by responding to Texas.
Arnold created that independent redistricting commission. He fought for fairness. Newsom scraping it for raw power. This isn't about Trump. Trump won't even be on the 2030 ballot. This is about Democrats baking in permanent rule before they get swept. Newsom wants to pretend he's the adult in the room while torching every principle he ever preached. The governor said it. This is a race to the bottom. And Newsom sprinting like there's a mirror at the finish line.
Sorry, just to be clear, his legislation prohibits a mid-decade redraw. Is that something that you'd be okay with? That way you wouldn't...
Well, this whole thing is in response to. And in many ways, it's the spirit, and I appreciate your question, and I'll build off it. It's the spirit of the special session, this special session, as it relates to putting ourselves in a position to respond to the assault on the rule of law and our democratic principles, principles of federalism, 10th Amendment, that so often are brought to bear in light with the litigation that we've advanced. The proposal that we're advancing with the legislature has a trigger. Only if they move forward to dismantling the protocols that are well established would the state of California move forward in kind, fighting yes, fire with fire. So in that light, I believe there's consistency.
And Newsom's answer? A 5-minute word salad about Lincoln, fire, fetal positions, and federalism. He talks like a TED Talk speaker in a blender. He's not answering the question because there is no good answer. If this move is so righteous, why does it sound like they're explaining a bank robbery while quoting scripture? The truth is, Newsom thinks power justifies hypocrisy. He's hoping nobody notices he's saying we need to destroy democracy to save it.
But I guess the question people would ask respectfully, people would say, aren't you abandoning your principles to win an election?
Not at all. I am trying to stand up for what is left of our democracy in a world in which Donald Trump is trying to game and cheat the system again and again. The people of California made a choice. I made a choice with H.R. 1 to support a system for the whole country. California made a choice trying to lead the way for our democracy. But if what we're going to see is other states change their rules, then California voters have an equal right to Texas to decide to change their rules. And that's what Newsom's talking about, giving California voters the opportunity to rethink how they want to do this in light of the unprecedented and deeply unfair world that we are in.
Translations, and you know we like translations. Yes, but I'm scared of Trump, so it's okay. She claims to support national redistricting reform until Republicans benefit from it. She says it's about fairness, but she's literally trying to rewrite the rules during the game. This isn't about Texas. It's about Democrats realizing they're about to lose. And if you need to cheat to stop a cheater, you've already lost the moral argument. The same people who said Trump's behavior was a threat to norms are now trying to out-Trump Trump.
Now, of course, being a representative from California, I'm most concerned about my home state, your home state as well, I believe, Bill, and trying to protect our democracy there. And what Gavin Newsom has envisioned is just sort of uniquely corrupt in that he is trying to abolish our independent redistricting commission that was put in place by voters to transfer their authority to himself in the supermajority legislature, to toss out the independent nonpartisan map they came up with, and to oppose a hyperpartisan map that is aiming to reduce California's Republican representation in Congress from 9 seats out of 52 to 3 seats out of 52. 3 seats out of 52, even though we get over 40% of the vote in statewide elections.
That's the whole game, folks. 40% of the state votes Republican, but they want just 3 seats? This isn't representation. This is manipulation. And Gavin will look you in the face and tell you this is about fairness. Newsom says California is the national model. And if that's true, this model is broken. This is exactly what Democrats accused Trump of, except now it's their playbook. The bottom line is Democrats are dropping the mask. This isn't about democracy. It's about dominance. Newsom and his party are telling you straight up, we'll do whatever it takes to hold power. They said Trump was dangerous, and now they're saying, let's copy him. If you have to cheat to stop a cheater, you're not a hero. You're just another villain. It's reflection time, people. Riddle me this. Do Democrats think the rules only matter when they're losing? Why did Newsom wait until now to scrap a commission that he's praised for years? If gerrymandering is wrong in Texas, why is it righteous in California? How long until voters realize saving democracy means destroying it? And will this power grab backfire with moderates in 2026 and 2028? Thanks for watching, people. You know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and share this with somebody who needs to hear it. Much love. God bless.
Listen.